I want to say to all the parents that love their children and there for their children and show it and tell them right now, man, this is a wake up call for those kids to lose their lives in a senseless act of selfishness and pure evil. And for the parents that, Lord, have to endure the absence of a child, my heart goes out. My heart goes out to them so much because when I think about my kids, and I know one day they're gonna leave me, but you want to think of them leaving you early. You want to think of them not early. You want to think of them not leaving early like this. It's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, they're not gonna die no time soon. I gotta raise these kids. I gotta put them through college, and I gotta be there and be a grandma. You don't think about them losing their lives while they're still in elementary school. And I look at the mornings when I leave work, thinking that they're okay, they're safe at school. I trust the school systems for my kids, and it's so sad that this happened, and it's always happening. Like, you always hearing about someone shooting up a school in America. Like, what is going on? Like, what is taking place in these people's minds with the mass shooting? If you're mad at one person, take it out on them. Not to say that that's right, but my Lord, for them to go and kill more than one person because of hate, just pure evil, man. And it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, there's more to come. There's more bad things that are going to happen, and it's here just to shake the atmosphere. One person bad decision caused so many lives to be changed. I'm here at work, can't even keep it together because I think about my children and how I'm not there to protect them. I'm not there to make sure that they're okay. I trust that they're okay, and that's all we can do. We can trust that our children are going to be safe. Our children are fine. Our children, will live long lives. We don't know that. We can't even guarantee that to our children. We can only hope for that. Even for myself, my children could go to school and I not return from home, from work, and that's the part where I'm like, we need to tell our children we love them and show it. There's one thing to say, well, I put food on the table and I make sure you got clothes. That's enough to be appreciative. No, it's not. A lot of kids need to hear, they need to see, they need to feel that love. Like the mental health of so many adults, that went through so much as a child, seen so much, you're like, whoa. You're pushing, and then these teenagers that are going through, kids are going through, they have so much things at their fingertips, the knowledge that they could just gain, so much to overload them, and it's like they don't get it. A lot of kids don't understand, and my wish for my kids is that I want my kids to know that their mom tried and made sure that she put herself last, that my kids come first. There's my creator and my family and then myself, because when I created my children, I was basically saying that, hey, what, I am responsible for taking care of them and making sure that they have a life that I should be proud of, to say that I was their mom, that I wouldn't put them in harm, that I wouldn't do crazy things that would set them up for danger. There's some things that you can't control, and that the things that I can control, I want to be able to say, you know what, as your mom, I may not have been, this, and this, but I tried to be the best woman I could be, and I tried to show you the love and just show the love and affection that children need. Of course, guidance, and of course you're going to have to put some fire under their tail. Because, Lord, you know my children. And I know what abuse look like. I know what that looks like. And I can't see myself beating up on my kids because of the wrong thing they do. I know how much wrong I did as a child, and I didn't want no one beating up on me. There's a certain way you can discipline children without physically hurting them. You know, yes, spoil the rod, you know, spare the rod, spoil the child, excuse me. And that's not something I'm saying, you know, I feel like I could talk to my children. I'm talking them over and over, and they're going to get it, take away stuff, do stuff that they feel it. But when I physically hit them, it does something to me, you know. And for someone else to be hitting up on my children or take their, you know, do something, no. If I don't want no one else hitting up on my kids, why I hitting up on them like that? Or even talking harshly to them. It's like, hey, you know, get in their face. Like, listen, you're cutting up. You know, sometimes you got to snatch them up, you know, to get their attention. Like, hey, I'm not playing. Give it one hard hit. You know, they be like, oh. You know, but how I seen parents box up their kids. Are you boxing up your child? 4 years old, you going to punch him in the back like he's a grown-up. Like, I don't understand. You cuss him out like a dog. You wouldn't even talk to a rabbit like that. And they stubborn. Sheesh. Like, it's crazy how we as mothers treat our children. And even as fathers, you know, those kids need both parents. And if it's not available, if both parents are not available, find someone to help do what that parent should be doing. Because these kids need guidance. You know, evil is lurking and it's just waiting for someone to just be hurting. Hurt people hurt people. And America, man, we got a lot of stuff going on. And it's not just this country, it's just human beings have a lot going on. Like, it's like you're not feeling the love. You know, they're not even demonstrating love. And it's sad. No one hugs no more. COVID came in. Physical touch, closeness is something that so many people are far from. Yet we need it. We need to feel appreciated and loved. Because if not, we just go out and just be like, hey, nothing matters. Take your own life. Take other people's life. It's crazy to me. And it's just sad. It is so sad that a lot of times people, they just so selfish and hateful, you know, and they don't sit back and say, wait a minute, would I want someone to do this to me? No, you would not. You would not want someone to do that to you. Let alone, you know, the creator is like, hey, if you walk with God and you talk with God, there's certain things you can't be doing. I want my kids to know that, listen, I love you. Like, this Texas thing is one of many. There's been many shootings and killing of innocent children. That thing hurts. As a mother, it hurts to see and to see other women crying because of the loss of their children. That thing hurt me to my soul. So my prayer is that we as parents, we will love up on our children. Let them know that if this is their last day, they knew that their parents love them. And I love my children with all of me, the very essence of me. I love them. You know, I'm thankful for them that I was able to create them